Τώρα, κέριο πλήγμα στην σταθερότητα της Ουκρανίας έχει πετύχει ο Βλαντιμίρ Πούτιν, χωρίς να χρειαστεί να ρίξονται μια βολή. Αυτό λέει στον SKAI και τον Απόστολο Μαγκυριάδη ο αναλυτής του Atlantic Council, Μάικλ Μποτσιουρκβικ, που ζει στο Κίεβο. Υποστηρίζει επίσης ότι κανείς δεν μπορεί να αποκλείσει μια ρωσική προβοκάτσια τις επόμενες ημέρες που θα δώσει πάτημα στη Μόσχα για να εισβάλλει στην Ουκρανία. Ενώ μιλά, όπως θα δούμε, ανοιχτά για ένα νέο ψυχρό πόλεμο στην Ευρώπη.
Michael, thank you for being with SKAI tonight. What is the current state of play? I mean, are we in de-escalation mode, or should we be more suspicious on Moscow's front?
Well, the Ukrainian government has said that it has not seen any evidence of the withdrawal that the Russians have announced. But look, the war continues. The war has been continuing since 2014. And just today, in the western city of Lviv, where most foreign diplomats have evacuated to, there were massive fake bomb threats at schools. So many schools in that city had to be evacuated. Can you imagine how scared the children are? But this has been going on for many, many weeks all over Ukraine. And I think this is their kind of medium-term plan, is to destabilize the country. A lot of that has already happened. The fall in business confidence and the blow to the travel industry are among two sectors that have already been very badly hit without Mr. Putin firing one shot.
If today is endgame and there is no military escalation, which side do you think that has gained more gain so far?
Russia is going to insist on maybe Ukraine withdrawing its NATO membership application or of autonomy for the occupied Donbass region. That is a very likely scenario here, and that when that Ukraine cannot win, if any of those two things happens, if Ukraine is forced to capitulate, you will see people out on the streets here. So it's a very, very delicate moment for the Zelensky government.
What about the regions that are declined towards autonomy?
Well, look, the Russian-backed combatants in Donbass, they are claiming that they are being threatened by the Ukrainian side. They've been preparing for weeks for a supposed Ukrainian attack. It hasn't happened. That is my fear, is that there will be some provocation or some what they call fake flag operation, and that will be used as pretext for Russian forces to invade at least that part of Ukraine.
So in the aftermath of this crisis, should we now see the possible candidacy of Ukraine in NATO as a utopia?
Well, Ukraine has it in its constitution that it will seek NATO membership. I think the West has to honor its pledges to Ukraine and to not let Russia dictate who is in NATO and who is outside of NATO. So this is very, very important that the West keeps the resolve. But my fear, and that of others here, is that the West's resolve could weaken, and that they will grant some kind of off-ramp, as they call it, to Moscow, and that will in the end hurt Ukraine quite a bit.
Michael, should we see this crisis as a reminder that maybe the Cold War is back here in Europe?
Yes, absolutely. And, as long as Mr. Putin is in power, this is a man who has, is into legacy building. He's older now, and he wants to be able to use this opportunity to withdraw the security map of Europe, including the one which Greece is in. So it's very, very important that the West stays unified and stands up to him. But look, the other point I will make is whatever happens here in Ukraine will reverberate around the world within minutes or hours. Higher gas prices, higher food prices, less security, more cyber attacks, this sort of thing. So no one should underestimate the capability of the Kremlin to cause problems around the globe through this crisis.